Summer has officially come to an end and I am so excited. I used to spend all year, every year, looking forward to summer and I just dreaded the cooler months. But since we moved to the farm, that has totally flipped. I still love summer, I really do. But I look so forward to fall and especially winter, because winter we truly do get to rest and it is just so nice to take a little break and kind of recharge before things pick right back up in the spring. So today I'm just going to show you guys some things that we have been working on. So as we wrap up summer, we have a lot that we're working on around the farm. We're putting up the last cutting of hay for the winter. Our cows are on pasture they're on pasture the whole year round. Like, they have access to pasture, but we don't need to supplement with any kind of hay for about 5-6 months. So that's really, really good. But we will have to start giving them hay here soon. So we've got that going on. And this is actually the first year where I have not helped out too much with putting up hay and straw, because our oldest son is actually a big helper now. The little kids, well, you can see Hank down there kind of rolling hay bales, so he can't pick up bales, but you know, they do help out. This time I did help out a little bit and I don't mind it at all. Actually, if there's one thing that is kind of missing in my life right now, it is vigorous physical activity. I really like to work out, but it's not something I've had time to do, so it's kind of nice to help out. My husband has also been doing a lot of brush hogging around the farm, and he takes the baby with him, which I think is super cute. I've got one cow that I am trying to get pregnant right now. We don't have a bull at the moment. I'm looking into getting a new bull, but I will not be getting a Jersey bull again. Our Jersey bull was just so mean, and I was really hoping that I had heard dairy bulls in general, especially Jersey bulls, but dairy bulls in general, I'd always heard how mean they were. I was just hoping maybe we would have a different experience, or it just wouldn't be that big of an issue since we are set up for cattle on this farm. But it was an issue. We have huge black Angus bulls on the farm all the time and they don't cause problems, but our little Jersey bull was destroying our barns and our property, destroying gates and fencing and just making a ton of trouble. He even was coming after my husband, which usually isn't an issue. My husband is really good with the cows, so he had to go. And we have not had a bull for, gosh, it hasn't been quite a year, but we haven't had a bull for a while now. I need to get one of my cows pregnant. I've got 2 semen straws that I have saved, 2 mini Jersey semen straws. So right now we are in the middle of the AI process with my cow Mary, so I'll take you down and show you guys like what that all looks like. I'm really hoping that takes, but AI is just, you know, it's not a guarantee. We've done it before and it failed. So thus far, I've always used live cover. I've always had a bull. The 2 calves that we've had have been from live cover. It's been with a bull running in with my cow. So it's really just been a no-brainer. It's been pretty easy. So I'm hoping this AI takes. If not, then I've got some solutions. I've got some friends in the area that have some more gentle, smaller bulls that I could borrow, but eventually I do want to add a bull to our herd again. I will just be looking at something, well, I'm actually already looking at something different than a Jersey and different than a dairy bull. It's a dual purpose breed. It's so good for dairy and meat. I don't want to tell you guys too much about it right now because I want it to be a surprise. I'm actually really, really excited about this and hoping it works out. Anyway, let's walk down and see the cows and I'll tell you a little bit more about the AI process. All right, I just walked out here and whistled and here they come. Right now I've got the cow that we're trying to get pregnant here, Mary. She is separated with a steer. And I'll show you why. We need to catch her in heat and we only have like a 12-hour window when she comes in heat. So the steer is in here because she's actually, I'll show you guys, she's got a little like scratch off sticker on her back. That way when he rides her and if she stands for it, I will check that sticker and I'll know she's in heat. There are other signs too that I'll be looking for, and I can almost always tell when she's in heat, but this will just be helpful. And then I will call the vet. It's actually weekend and I think she might come into heat this weekend, but I've got the vet's number. I'll call, they'll come out and they will get her AI and we'll just see how that goes. All right, so this is Mary. You can see the little scratch off sticker on her back. And this is our steer Crazy Eyes that we are growing out for beef. All right, so you can see this sticker here, that black patch there, that would be white if he had mounted her, but he has not, so still no heat. I also had the vet out last week to take some hair samples from our little heifer right here. She is, I think she's about 9 months old now. Yeah, about 9 months. Anyway, he took some hair samples and sent that off to have her tested to see if she is A2A2. I am pretty sure she is, but I just need to confirm that because we are going to be selling her pretty soon, and I just want to make sure that I have all of the correct information before I list her for sale. I'm kind of torn. I had thought about keeping her, but I just can't really justify having 3 dairy cows for myself, especially since I don't sell the milk. But she is going to make such a great family milk cow. She's very sweet. She's definitely warming up. She has never had any vaccinations, shots, nothing. She's never had anything, and she's been raised on 100% grass. So she's very healthy girl there, and she is filling out nicely, looking very pretty. So I will be sad to see her go, but she will definitely make another family very happy. Every year when we either buy new chicks or hatch chicks, they live up here by our house in, see that little door there? It's a little brooder house, and they pretty much just stay up here all summer. It's just closer to the house, and I feel like when they're little, they're a little more vulnerable, so I like having them up here. But by the time fall rolls around, they are big now and they're just like pooping everywhere, and I'm done with them being up by the house. So around this time every year, I have to gather them all up and take them down by all of the other big chickens in our big coop and teach them that that is now their home. Now, this is not an easy task because I take them down there and they just want to come right up. So what we do every fall, we take our new chickens down and we actually lock them in our big coop. And there's a run too, like a really good sized chicken run as well. So we lock them in there for about a month and just put them on feed, and then they eat whatever is in the run. We let the run grow up during the summer, so there's lots of grass and weeds in there. So they stay in there for about a month. It's not ideal because I do really like my chickens to be totally free range, not getting any supplemental feed. But this is just the only way that we have found to teach them that this is not their home up here. So after about a month, then they do tend to stay down there by the rest of the farm animals, and they actually do like it better down there anyway. Another thing I need to do really soon is plant my fall garlic. We are in zone 6B, and I plant my garlic. I try to plant it at the end of September. I really like to get it planted a few weeks before the first frost. That way it has a little bit of time to develop roots before it overwinters. It does best that way. Last year or the year before, I actually did an experiment where I planted a third of my garlic at the end of September, and then a third of it right before Christmas, and the last third I planted really early in the spring because I had been hearing people say it actually didn't matter when you planted garlic and it wasn't necessary to plant it in the fall. You could just plant it. Some people say like before Christmas, some people say early spring is fine. But I will tell you guys, I wish I had taken pictures, but I think I was like on a social media hiatus at that point. Anyway, my fall garlic blew the other 2/3 out of the water. The Christmas and springtime garlic was just okay. It was the bulbs were pretty small. The crop just didn't do as well as the fall garlic. So that definitely sold me. I'll be making sure to get my garlic in the ground in the fall every year moving forward. Now, the problem is it is actually nearing the end of September right now, and I have not gotten my seed garlic in the mail yet. So I am patiently waiting. I have this garlic behind me that I have not braided for storage yet, and I could always just use that. That's actually what I've done for the last few years. I've just planted the same garlic that I grew the year before. But looking into this winter, I wanted to save everything that I grew last year just in case we do see some food shortages. That way I have plenty for us and plenty to share as well. But you know, if I don't get my seed garlic in the mail in the next couple weeks, then I will just have to plant this and it'll be fine. I hope you guys are enjoying these first few days of fall as much as we are. Be sure to click subscribe and hit the like button before you go. I make new videos every week, so I will definitely be showing you guys some more of the stuff that I talked about in this video. Hopefully I get my garlic in time and I can kind of show you guys the the process of planting that and getting it ready to overwinter. And if it works out, maybe I'll show a little more of the AI process with my cow Mary as well. But even if I don't get to do a full video on any of that stuff, follow me over on Instagram at Hopewell Heights, because sometimes I do just show like little clips of our day and what's going on here on the farm in my stories too.